So far what I have learned is what are targetables a little bit. um, so previously we added a route called greetings to show hello world, which was a separate page, and then we saw how to override footer, in which we used a very different strategy, which was basically code duplication and copying the code over. Now, one of the things that working with PWA you realize is you can't check out by default. It says payment is currently unavailable, and that happens because in PWA Studio by default only braintree has been implemented. No other payment gateway is supported yet, although you can build your own. So I thought, let's just check out, okay, how can I add my own payment method implementation here. So in this short session I want to add that hello world in payment information step, such that I have a button to click, and this message should disappear: payment is currently unavailable. Okay. So one of the things is, of course, I could directly search this message in Codebase, but I prefer uh, actually going through node modules and searching by opening files one by one, because that way I get familiar with the other code base, and sometimes I may come across things that are not immediately important but later on can be very useful. So I went to node modules, and again we go to Magento package, and then in Magento package we go to Vinia UI, and then lib components, and just go through components, because one of them is going to be checkout, right? So we have accordion, account chip, account information, account menu, adapter, address book, and cart page, checkbox, and checkout page. So I open checkout, and inside checkout I can see payment method summary, payment form section, shipping form, receipt, and along with checkout we will also see checkout page. In checkout page we have shipping method, the whole checkout page. So first let's open the whole checkout page, and let's scroll down, and let's see what we see. Now I can see some data here. For example, if the order number exists, then show order confirmation page. If it's still loading, then show page loading indicator. If cart is empty, then show there's no item in your cart, there are no items in your cart message, and else show sign in. Then what else do we have? We have sign in, then we have shipping method section, then we have payment section. Now this comment helps us if we have an implementation, or if this is a zero checkout, we can allow checkout to proceed. Now obviously this means I can check out if the order value is 0, or if the payment implementation is available. Now this was the message we were seeing: payment is currently unavailable. And let's see what is this payment methods includes code, and payment methods is basically object.keys of payments. So let's see what this is. Okay, so this is coming from payment information payment method collection. So let's see what this is: payment information payment method collection, payment information payment method collection. Okay, so we look at this file, and this is mostly empty with an object. This file is augmented at build time using @Magento Venia UI build if target checkout page payment types. Okay, which allows third-party modules to add new payment component mappings for the checkout page. Okay, so I think this object by default is empty, and it can be extended by the type of this object is it has property payment code and import path. So in our router we did something like this, right? In router we added a added routes, our custom route in a similar manner in previous video. So this makes sense. Now um, let's look at, these are components. Similarly, if you look at the directory structure of Venia UI, we also see targets. So here in targets I can see that one of the targets are saved payment types and editable payment types and checkout page payment list. So I'm not sure which one to use, so let's open all of them. Okay, so this is checkout page payment list, but I think this looks like a component to me. Then constructor Venia const registry is this. Okay, methods es module object module payment method collection. Okay, publish targets dot checkout payment page checkout page payment types call registry. Okay, alright, so this is the method name, checkout page payment types, add payment code and import path. So I'm not sure, am I supposed to use this, and if yes, then how? But alright, we so to be clear, we don't yet understand how targetables works and what's the syntax and how to read code and do this, and that's what we are attempting. Then we have editable payment types. So editable payment types is has similar pattern here, and I see same thing here, payment code and import path. Okay, this is very interesting, this whole pattern. This methods add import payment code from import path. So I'm guessing somewhere the same must have been done for um, something like braintree, right? So let's see if we can find that somewhere. This must have been done for braintree. So where will I find this? Venia static default routes index. Let's see, can I find? No, nothing in index. Utils, Apollo cache, images, format, display name, map products. No, nothing useful yet. Okay, Venia UI intercept. Yeah, this is something. All right, so what do we have? Make routes target. All right, something rich content. Okay, okay, I think this is exactly what we are looking for, editable payment methods, and that's quite a bit for braintree, these 4 blocks. So let's use cash on delivery, and let's add that payment method. For that we are going to need payment method code, and I think we can find that by looking at the network requests. Get checkout details, data card, no items, available pay methods. Okay, the method code is checkmo. Alright, so let's use that Alright, we are going to do this similarly. um, let's scroll down, or we can just turn this off. Let's collapse this. Okay, now we'll go to src. In src we have our interceptor in targets local intercept.js. Now let's simply uh, copy the code. I am not very sure what part can I really just copy. um, New page payment list Vinia. I don't know how this can be done. Okay, let's try to add a similar. Okay, targets routes. Okay, let's see, let's say not routes but instead payment methods. But what would be this key, and how does Magento know what should be the key? Let's see, editable payments, have they been added anywhere? Vinia targets. Okay, Vinia targets. Where are these coming from? Using Vinia targets. Okay, let's go back to Magento, Vinia UI, lib, targets, and Vinia UI declare. I'm hoping this is where we'll find targets declaration. Targets provides access to list of rendering strategies used by rich content component. Okay, this target collects a list of rich content renderer. Fine, rich content renderers. Okay, then we have routes, then we have checkout page payment types. I don't know. Okay, then we have saved payment types. What is this? Oh, this must be the old ones. Okay, and then there are editable payment types. What is provides access to Vinia's editable payment methods. This target lets you add new editable payment method to your storefronts. What is an editable payment method? No idea. Alright, let's just simply go with checkout page payment method types. Okay, provides access to Vinia's checkout page payment methods. The target lets you add new checkout page payment to your storefronts. Add a payment. Okay, this is captcha. No, this is caption. Target of. Okay, tap checkout payment page types, add payment method code. Okay, so this is the key we are going to use. Let's see how that goes. Where is our interceptor file? Okay, let's close this. Let's find our interceptor file. Let's say instead of routes, tap routes, and instead of we would have checkout payment types, and checkout payment types dot push. Now here we would say checkmo but of course the key is important, so key must be payment code. Okay, and import path. Okay, this is something not very sure how to give, but let's say, can I do require or resolve? Okay, let's try. Not sure. Let me create component, new directory, payment. Let's create a simple checkmo component. Checkmo. Okay, now let's copy our greeting page. And we don't want React router DOM, we just want to say hello world, so nothing fancy required, just plain old hello world. And maybe, you know what, just a button would do. Check or check and money order. Okay, and this would be checkmo, and this would be checkmo. Okay, so having done that, this would be payment, and under payment we have checkmo. Okay, so that sounds like enough, that looks enough. Checkout page payment types, type checkout page payment method, and this should resolve. Okay, so let's see what happens, and of course, I mean, return the correct thing. Now let's do yarn watch. Checkout page payment types dot push is not a function. Oops. Is it add? I think. Okay, tab add. Okay, so in case of routes, this was push because this was an array, and this is add. So I think this very much depends on what this is, and I don't know how. So add method is defined in here. These add methods are defined, and somehow these are correctly found by Vinia declare. So let's see, how does it find that, huh? How does it find this stuff? Renderers, routes, checkout payment types, saved payment types. I don't know. So this is accurately finding that class or no? We don't know. Target, editable payment types. Okay. Now that we have corrected this, let's try again. And I figured this JIT warning is coming from this particular tailwind config file, or yeah, tailwind config file. This JIT is enabled here, so that should be fine. Nothing to do with node. Chunk asset processing. Now let it load. No errors so far. Could be a good thing. And the warning is gone. Wow. Let's actually fill this out. So email is that, country is India, city is Pune, state is Andhra Pradesh, and let's continue shipping method. No, I don't want to. An email you provided is associated with an existing Venia account. Would you like to sign into this account? Nope, thank you. So shipping address is done. Continue payment information, yes. And check money order. All right. Okay. All right. So that's interesting, because check money order did not render what I wanted to render. It just shows me this. So does that mean it's because I chose checkout payment page types, not editable payment page types? Very possible, very likely. So let's go here and let's say editable payment types. Although I do wonder why these are all different. And how does it affect the flow of the application? So let's do this. Let's change this. Okay, and now let's, I don't know, is that okay? To best of my knowledge, I have to refresh. I have to stop this and run yarn watch again whenever I make a change in an interceptor. Preview features are not covered by similar. May introduce breaking changes and can change at any time. Okay. So for Indian market, of course, few payment methods that we would have to implement right away are Paytm, PayU, Razorpay, CC Avenue. We will have to, if we are going to take this in production, then yes, those methods need to be implemented right away. Okay, now let's try to load this. It says payment is currently unavailable. Okay, why? There was an error loading payments. Please refresh or try again later. Interesting. Editable payment method types did not work. Okay, provides access to Venia's editable payment methods. This target lets you add new editable payment methods to your storefront. Okay, how does Braintree does this? Checkout page payment list. okay, checkout page payment list, save payments, editable. Are they supposed to be different? We should look at both the components. Summary payment page types. What is the difference? Okay, let's say we wanna use credit card, or it could, or it may not have to do anything with. Okay, let's see. When you do add, it will do something like this, and okay, import path. All right, checkmo from this. Should I have said exports default? Exports default checkmo. That's right. What is different? Okay, let's actually open this component and see how we can tweak this to our needs. Magento, Vinia UI, lib components, checkout. Then we have payment information, and then we have braintree edit card. We just want edit card, okay, or how about just credit card? Okay, but that's in saved payments. For editable payments, we have something called edit card. Let's see what that is. And it uses a credit card form, and it uses on payment ready, on payment success, on payment error, reset, should submit. Okay, these props. But do I have to use these props? Like, why would it cause an error? No idea. But here's what we're going to do. To edit view for braintree, okay, credit card, and credit card is coming from this. Okay, what's the difference? Use prop, talons, use credit card. So should we try using credit card prop types, because there is nothing braintree specific here in this particular method. Oh, there is a braintree drop in. Okay, what is this? All right, let's not tackle this problem right away. Let's just go back to our local intercept and use UI declare checkout payment types, and let's go back here. And use this edit, and later on we'll figure out, maybe tomorrow, on how to make this work. Oh, so I have to stop this yarn watch again. Okay, so let's say there are other tasks we may have to do here. For example, for cash on delivery, we may want to send user an OTP and verify OTP, only then uh, opt for cash on delivery, so to avoid spam attacks. So we need to figure out how to have a form here. So I think this will place the order. Review order, did it send a request? We don't know what happened. Let's see what happened. Okay, does this send an it doesn't seem to do anything. So we'll go to components, checkout page, if there is an error it should have highlighted it, but doesn't seem to do that. This is disabled. Why? Let's look at components. So this is a button component with like, is there any logic bound to this component? We'll have to look at checkout page. We have checkout page, so I think maybe main checkout page, and in that we want to look at the button that is rendered, payment information section. Okay, review order button. Okay, so there is this button, review order, checkout dot step payment, then yes, display handle review order, and disabled if review order button is clicked, is updating if payment is unavailable. Okay, handle review order. Okay, talon props. So handle review order is a talon. So we may have to see use checkout page. Use checkout page comes from peregrine lib talons checkout page, use checkout page. So now let's go into peregrine lib and talons checkout page, use checkout page. Okay, it gives you user context, user card context, and use checkout page, current form, place order, form action, place order, use Google reCAPTCHA, review order button clicked, set review order button clicked, use state. Okay, Apollo client, place order is data, place order data, use mutation, place order mutation. It's not going till here, is my suspicion. Now that wouldn't happen if in checkout page a review order button clicked. Yes, it is clicked, but handle review order should have reacted. So I don't know. You checkout page. Place order, data, error, and loading. Use mutation. You checkout page. I don't know. Either this is not called at all, but how can that be? So right now the disabled attribute is false, and then there is an on click function. I think I'll have to use breakpoints to find out what's going on. Event listener breakpoints. Let's say, okay, I want clipboard control device mouse. Let's just go with click, place order. Let's look at call stack. Oh, we may need source maps. Because without source maps this is going to be very difficult to debug. DOM, event system, container, native event. Okay, let's see how can we enable source maps. Create React. This is a lot like create React app, so I am hoping there should be an option to say source map true. Let's okay. Not in node modules. We don't want it to search. Node modules, no. How do we? Okay, let's search only in these files. Babel, no. I think Webpack is the right place to search for source maps. Let's search how to enable source maps Webpack React. Okay, now how do we JavaScript source maps? React Webpack source maps. For development, to incorporate source map functionality, we just need to set up a single property devtool in the webpack config.js file, which will be equal to a string. Okay, webpack file, configure webpack, really difficult, huh? Not sure where to add this property though. So config configure webpack option context dir name vendor and env. And what does env have? Store code, default store code, custom origin. Does this have anything about source maps? No. What else can we do? Let's search for webpack source maps. Contains example dev tool variant. But where do we? Okay, use the source map for source map loader to deal with existing. If and how? Okay, where do we have this? But in the main options. Okay, let's try. Let's see. Oh, we have something here. Server config object assign config target node devtool false. We want devtool true. Let's see. Where would that be? Devtool true, or let's say config dot 2 equals this. Let's see if this makes any change, because this would debugging would be very difficult without source maps. Actually understanding how or where to put a breakpoint to understand logic of why the request isn't being sent to the server. So let's hope we get source maps. Okay, seems like it worked. So let's go here, let's refresh the page, and how will I know which source map to open? Components. Okay, let's look at this. Can I say open checkout page or use checkout page.js? Let's see, use checkout page.js. Yes. Okay, and here we are going to deal with place order mutation. Get all details, use lazy query, we use fetch details, no, use checkout page, place order mutation. Wait, what is this about? Okay, so const place order mutation, use mutation, but this may not fire the mutation. Place order and this. Use effect, return. Oh, what it returns is more important. So handle place order. Place order button clicked. What do we need? We need handle review order. Okay, handle review order, use callback, set review order button clicked, true. That's all. Alright, then it doesn't make any sense, because if that's all that you're going to do there, it's not gonna place an order. But then when does it place an order? Handle review order. When does this place an order? Turn button clicked, place order button clicked, order number is updating, is loading, handle place order, use callback, async, get order details, variable, set place order button clicked, set placing order, handle place order, fetch order details, and then use the effect. No, but then when does mutation happen? Set payment information, done. Set shipping method, done. Handle review order, Okay, where do you place the order? Fetch cart id, place order. Let's see that is everything. Let's see everything that is exported. mm, Handle place order, no. Place order loading, place order button clicked. Hey, but where is the place order button? Okay, let's what, search. Let's say Magento, and in here let's search for place order. Oh, but I can't see place order button on checkout. I only see review order button. If the payment step, then items review. Okay, only if a review order is done, I'm not able to review my orders. How does this work? A review order button, checkout step dot payment. Yes, it is. Items review is checkout step dot review. Okay, and place order button should be checkout step dot review, if checkout step is that. But then how is this decided? Checkout step, where is this decided? Sign in container is visible. Okay, and checkout step. Okay, checkout step also comes from talon props, and these talons come from view checkout page. Okay, so how does this work? Place order, no, not place order loading. No, checkout step. How does this? Okay, use state, shipping address. Okay, set checkout step is something we would check out. Set checkout step. Set payment information, done. And when would this happen? I think that happens when we handle it.
For example, Braintree, those hooks have been handled. We haven't used those hooks. So for example, in Vinia, if you look at lib components, checkout page, Braintree, in payment information, if you look at credit card, okay, I think the important implementation detail here is to have those hooks correctly used, which are props, past, should submit, reset, should submit, on payment error, on payment ready, on payment success, and this should submit. I think these are important. Okay, and we can take a look at how payment methods are rendered. Payment methods are rendered by using payment method component is selected, payment method on payment success. This is called on payment method, reset should submit, and should submit. What it will do is, when you check this, okay, so let's take these props in our payment method, which was checkmo. Let's take these in source components, payment, checkmo, and let's use them. Props, and let's see this, and now, although I'm not sure, so if payment methods are rendered like these, then my button should have been visible, but it's not. A rendered component, okay, a rendered component is this, and it's visible here. I'm confused now. So here my code should have been displayed. Oh, this is my button. Okay, all right, now I understand. Okay, that makes complete sense. The style of the button was so, all right, so we understand. On click, say, let's call on success, although I am not sure, is this how you call it? Let's see, credit card, how is this called? Form error, classes, array, root class, on error, on payment error. Can I see on click anywhere? On click, Okay, I can't. Let's see. Should submit. You know what? Let's just say on success. Okay, and on payment success actually. And let's see if I can just color it a little bit. But okay, I already see place order button. Let's go to components and class name there's a huge no, I just want place order button, but that too is a huge list of components. Okay, don't. Okay, one thing that I can't see is edit, so I'm just gonna go back. Okay, cancel. Can I please edit this or see that button component again? No, something broke. Okay, on payment success is not defined. On payment success is not defined. Okay, how come is it not defined? On payment success is not defined. Okay, same problem. On payment success is not defined. Let's see why would it say that. So um, my checkmo should be a rendered component on payment success, on payment success, and props. Now I'm very confused now. On payment success, on payment error. So okay, what would it look like if I said this? Now weird thing is review order is already visible, and now place order. Okay, unable to place order, please check the billing address. Okay, I think billing address section is missing. Let's see, we have credit card and so we have credit card, use these talon props. is field required. Step title, loading. Okay, credit card component class name, form error, braintree drop-in. This is something we are not interested in. And we have, okay, now we need classes address check. So this is something we will need. Checkbox, credit card billing address fields, text input, last name, country. So it seems like this whole thing could be used, except we don't want. Alright, let's try it tomorrow. For now, we've just seen the structure, we've seen how to get this place order button here, and now we will see how to set billing address. What are the common things tomorrow.